What's up, guys? This is Matthew from Southeast Sports here, coming back to y'all with another video. And as you guys know, Ben Simmons really struggled in the playoffs this past year, and this isn't the first time he's disappeared when the Sixers needed him the most.
Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished.
Now I know y'all see that beautiful editing right there. Go ahead and like and subscribe just for that W editing right there. Or else, Serge Ibaka is going to come into your room and choke you tonight. Let's get back to the video. This championship window that the Sixers have isn't going to last forever, and they might need to break up this duo of Ben and Joel Embiid. Initially, Damian Lillard was the Sixers' main target, but with him now looking more likely to stay in Portland, the Sixers will likely have to look elsewhere for a new partner for Joel Embiid, and that's where the Minnesota Timberwolves come in. As a team that's been struggling to make the playoffs for years now, and with Karl-Anthony Towns' free agency pending, the pressure is on Minnesota's front office to make a move that would keep their star happy. Now, to acquire Ben Simmons, the Timberwolves would likely have to move Cat's best friend, D'Angelo Russell, and multiple draft picks. The trade would be beneficial to both sides as the Sixers get a PG who is a real scoring threat and can not only run the pick and roll effectively with Joel Embiid, but also give him the spacing he needs to dominate in the post even more than he already does. Now, D'Lo really hasn't proven himself to be capable of being the best player on a championship team as the Sixers need him to be, but with the spacing that Joel Embiid provides, the Sixers are better off banking with him developing into a star player than hoping Ben Simmons really learns how to shoot the basketball. Completing this trade would leave the 76ers with a depth chart of D'Angelo Russell, Seth Curry. Hopefully Matisse Thybulle takes the jumper and can move into that starting small forward range. Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid. I think this team is good enough to contend for a championship if Tobias Harris plays consistently and Seth Curry keeps going at the trajectory that he is, along with Matisse Thybulle taking another jump. This team can definitely be a championship contender. Now, despite all that, clearly the Timberwolves do not want to trade D'Angelo Russell in this Ben Simmons deal, and they want to keep him because they see him as part of their core. But in this case, they would have to give up Anthony Edwards. So likely the trade deal, if they don't trade D'Angelo Russell, the trade deal would have to be Anthony Edwards, Ricky Rubio, and a ton of first-round picks in order to get Ben Simmons off of the 76ers, because despite his struggles recently, Ben Simmons honestly has MVP potential, which is something I'm not sure Anthony Edwards has. They would likely have to throw in another young player as well, such as Jaden McDaniels or Malik Beasley. Now, this trade doesn't really make as much sense for the 76ers as they would only be getting Anthony Edwards and some young players back, which doesn't really make them that much of a better team unless Anthony Edwards makes a huge jump in his second year. But this would just be getting Ben Simmons off of the team if him and Joel Embiid are having problems, or it's just they just need to get him out of their locker room, or they just need a change of scenery in general. That would really be the only thing that this trade accomplishes, because the 76ers are honestly not making themselves a better team just by adding Anthony Edwards and maybe a couple first-round picks with Ricky Rubio and maybe Malik Beasley or Jaden McDaniels. But if I'm the Minnesota Timberwolves, I'm jumping on this deal immediately. Now, I know Anthony Edwards had a great rookie year, but if we're being honest, his potential is nowhere near Ben Simmons' potential. Ben Simmons has the potential to be a top 5 player in the NBA. And, I think a lot of people forgot that with him having these bad playoff series. But I think if he gets a change of scenery, he's with Cat, who can space the floor better, and just with more shooters, I think Ben Simmons can really thrive. And he's the runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year this year. And he just does so many good things on the floor for you that I think if the 76ers don't trade Anthony Edwards for him, then they would be crazy. Let's get into why this trade is only a good thing for the Timberwolves and why no matter who they have to give up, they should definitely pull the trigger on this deal. Well, the Timberwolves are a team who haven't made the playoffs since Jimmy Butler left them, and Cat is starting to get frustrated with the situation there. And with a generational talent like Cat, you really don't want him to leave that team, so you do everything in your power to make him stay. And trading for a star like Ben Simmons, despite his struggles in the playoffs, is definitely something that shows Cat that you're willing to make moves to do what it takes for you to win. So trading for Ben Simmons, no matter what, even if it doesn't work out, it's just showing Cat that you're willing to make moves and you're not going to leave him with the same squad and leave him hanging so he can leave in free agency as soon as he gets the chance to. I mean, the Timberwolves have been bad for a really, really long time, but let's take a look into why they're so bad. As you look at this defensive rankings here, and it's just based off pure statistics, you see the Timberwolves ranked 29th in points allowed in the NBA last year. You know who could help with that? The runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year. You know what else Ben Simmons excels at? Running in transition, which is kind of hard to do when your center's as slow as Joel Embiid. However, when you get a more athletic guy like Cat and Anthony Edwards on the wing, or Jaden McDaniels on the wing, Malik Beasley, you have these younger players that can run and allow Ben Simmons to be in the open floor where his game is at his best. We're going to see how good Ben Simmons really is in transition and how good he can really be on the offensive side of the floor in general. All right, so that's why Ben Simmons to the Timberwolves is just great for both teams, especially if the Timberwolves can make it so they trade D'Angelo Russell instead of Anthony Edwards. So they'll have that young core of Ben Simmons, Anthony Edwards, and Cat. That would be great, and I think they can make a championship push in a couple years with that core. As for the 76ers, if they get D'Angelo Russell and he makes that jump that he's capable of making, then they could be a championship caliber team as well. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts on the Ben Simmons trade down below in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.